View. Game changers.
All right, we're live.
Changers.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm excited.
I'm glad Isaac died for us going live.
Oh yeah, shit. Congratulations to the three of you for making it as far as you can in this game. Clap for yourselves if you like. There you go.
That was my bussy.
Thank you for that. Tonight, your fate rests in the hands of the jury. The jury consists of 10 people that you voted out. You know the drill. Tonight, they will determine who wins this game. Are you guys ready?
As ready as I think we'll ever be.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll bring on our first
Are they
juror.
gonna come in like one by one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not doing this open forum style. That was a mess.
I liked
I
it.
loved the open forum, actually.
Yeah, same.
No, but I don't think we could do it on this, though.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
we
there's a
can't
limit
have-
to how many people you can get on at one time.
That would just be everybody talking over each other constantly.
Wait, so they're gonna come in like one at a time and ask their
Yep.
question and then leave?
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
And then
okay. I
you
thought you meant like
respond.
they were all gonna come in like just
No.
one
Are
at
we
a
allowed?
time.
No.
Are we allowed to take a minute to like think about our answer to the question? Because like I'm not good at
It's
answering.
probably up to the juror.
Probably up to the juror. Whatever that juror wants. If they want you
Whatever it takes.
to,
I know I can
What?
make it through.
Do.
if they want you to twerk to a Lady Gaga song, then
You might want to
Goddamn.
twerk to a Lady Gaga song.
Is he gonna come on? He said he was.
who's the first juror we had?
Luca, because he said he had to do this at like 4:30 in the morning.
Luca
And he said he was gonna
getting-
be on, but
Luca getting on a hangout?
I mean, it happened like once.
It did happen for BGO.
God, who let
That was
happen?
the immunity challenge I won.
Oh, we're gonna start bragging already, huh?
Well, you won two and I won two. So
That
like
was the round I played my idol, save my ass. Watch out.
Luca.
Do you want
okay.
to
While
twerk
we're
to
waiting
the-
on him, Jacob could not be here, and he left me a
question.
speech.
Oh, speech.
Yeah, not really a question, but like,
He's
Aw.
sashaying in. Just
He,
imagine
uh,
that.
A monologue.
left one thing
Your
for
jokes.
each of you.
Let's hear it.
Allie, I adore you and I really hope we can be friends. I am so impressed by you and I love you so much. You are the person I
Aw.
was looking the most forward to meeting. Yeah. Mitchell,
Aw.
I'm sad we didn't bond as much, but you're fucking hilarious and I love that about you. Oh shit, I love sentence structure. Great job, you beasted this season. Willow, you're my love. It was the saddest thing saying goodbye to you, but I am so looking forward to being your friend and making more memories with you. Special shout out to my two robbed homies, Johnny and LA. You guys are the best. And that's all he said. All right. Thoughts?
He's a very nice boy. So
he's
those are
just
very
fun.
pleasant comments. Thank you, Jacob.
All right. Since I hate reading, Stefan, I'm sending you something and I want you to read it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you're an intern. Where are you? Do we ever talk?
We're on the same tribe and hoe, and I hope you have me.
Just don't talk anymore.
We don't talk anymore like we used to.
Me at Mitchell. We don't talk anymore.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, I could have just gone. Okay. So, Matt could not be here tonight, so I'll be
Aw.
taking role for him. Yeah,
Great guy.
okay. So here's an open letter to the final three. First of all, I'd like to thank... I think it's... God, I can't read. First of all, I
Amazing.
think it's awesome that three people who I really wanted to work with made it to the end. Allie and Willow, congrats on succeeding your first time around. However, it's clear first, second, and third tonight, and I think it's obvious Mitchell played the best game. Allie, you did an amazing game, but it's clearly a silver medal performance. Can't fault you at that, but Mitchell just outplayed. Willow, you impressed a lot of people with your gameplay, but in my opinion, you were just a little too hysterical during the tribal councils we were both at, and that ruined your strategic prowess, and you played a bronze medal game. Mitchell, congratulations. You represented me and Dana well.
I'm gonna cry. He's
And
such a
that's it
sweet
for Matt.
boy. Matt, I want to say something.
bring it
Matt,
up.
after you got voted out, people would talk shit about you all the time, and I would jump in sometimes to make myself fit in. But just know I never stopped loving you, boy. Day 1 to day 56, Holmes. That love never dies.
Okay,
I'm sad.
so we got 2 jurors down. Luca is floating around somewhere in Romania.
He'll be up by 6. We just gotta go now.
Asleep. Just
Anyway,
Play pretend.
all right. So the next juror
Rural
is
Rar.
Are we bringing in a live person?
Are we?
yeah, we are.
Whoa. Step right up, Star, the winner of.
We dance.
What if he watches this?
Boy, you didn't do shit.
Star is a star. Dana.
Hello.
Welcome, Dana.
Hello,
So I'm gonna
guys.
cry.
Look, I wrote so many notes.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh, me too. I miss you.
Dana.
Okay. So, I'll just start out by saying that I'm pretty sure you guys know how I'm all voting. It would be hard. It would be literally so hard for you guys to persuade me not to vote that way. You would have to be a fucking debate genius. But anyway, I will go quick because I think. Oh no, Johnny can't come. Never mind. Okay. So just a shout out to the jurors. Literally vote however. Like there are only a couple people I think who are actually undecided here. But just. Please vote based on strategy and however else you feel you can vote. There's no like rules for how you have to vote in this game, but please don't vote off of something stupid. That will just bring shame to this season, quite honestly. So I think first I'm just gonna give my assessment of why I'm voting for Mitchell because I think it's really important that everybody else hear it. So I think first of all, I think it was really smart of you, Mitchell, to bring Willow and Allie here because by bringing them both, there were kind of only a couple of differences in their games, and I think that they kind of cancel each other out. So I think that makes you stand out more than both of them. So that's a smart move in my opinion, even though I think some people were like, oh, why wouldn't you bring Arrow? I think that it was a smart move. Second, I think you had to play from a place of uncertainty, and that involved you making a lot of risky moves in the game. And while some people, I guess, would call that flashy, I think that your personality is just flashy. I don't think that has anything to do with your gameplay, and I love it. So props to you. And then finally, I think that you really highlighted this well in your opening statement, but I think you had a really nuanced social game that I don't think that Willow or Allie had. I think you talking about how you would mirror what other people were doing in the game, I thought that sounded really fucking smart, and also like looking back on it, you absolutely did that in all of your conversations. So I thought that was good. So I think that because you took a different approach and because you really had to play from a place of uncertainty in this game, other than the fact that you were literally my number one ally and my closest friend in this game, that's why I'm voting for you. But for the people who are undecided, I have a couple of questions. So I have 2 for Willow and Allie. They're the same. And then I have 2 for Mitchell. So for Willow and Allie, because I think that the 2 of you kind of effectively cancel each other out, how do you guys stand out from one another?
Oh, do I answer
Who's
first?
gonna
or
answer
does-
first?
If y'all don't have to answer if you don't want to.
True.
Okay, wait, who's gonna answer first? I'm not gonna.
How about Allie? You answer first.
Me? Okay. Alrighty. I think I definitely, um, I definitely wasn't as, this is gonna sound awful, like, for me, but Willow made a really good effort to, like, talk to everybody and make sure she had, like, good, like, relationships all around, and I didn't really do that. Honestly, like, Mitchell and Willow and Lexi, and like there weren't that many people that I talked to like more than 4 times a week, which I mean it worked for me because I got to the final three. But I do think Willow played a better game in that aspect. But also, like on the opposite end of the spectrum, Willow could not really keep us like a secret that well. Like, like she was kind of all over the place, and everybody knew that she had deals with everybody. So yeah, that's how I did not do that most of the time. So that's how I think our games differ a little. I do think you're right. We can't figure out though.
Yeah. I kind of knew, like, going into Final Travel Council, we kind of, like, canceled each other out. I think I talked about that in my jury speech. I'm not sure. I also realized I was a mess this whole game. But I think the thing that I did better, I mean, I'm not saying I did it better than Allie, but, like, Allie wanted to flip to an alliance, but then the next time around, the alliance tried to flip on her, which, I mean, it was fine. You know, she was trying to make a move, but then, and then, what was I talking about? And then during the Johnny vote, I was like, yeah, okay. Oh my god.
I don't think I was flipping to that alliance more as I just wanted Matt out. And that wasn't like for like a personal reason, just for like I thought he was really good.
Okay. But yeah, and then after that I flipped. Okay, so we were like well, I don't know if you consider it flipping, but like we were in like the 7 majority, but then I had to like then the majority split their votes, and then I flipped back to the minority. I don't know how to really describe that, but that was during the 4-3-2-1 Johnny vote. And I do agree that I sometimes tried to make an effort to talk to most people every day. Yeah.
Cool. And so then my second question for the two of you is, so both of you have been incredibly vocal about the mistakes you've made, which fine, fair, you can do whatever you want. That wouldn't have been my approach if I were sitting in your position right now. But one thing you guys have also both said is that you would be happy to see Mitchell win because you think Mitchell has done a really good job in this game. So how as a juror am I and all the other jurors also supposed to reconcile both of you saying that at different times with not voting Mitchell in the final tribal? Perhaps something
me
both
first?
should have thought about.
I mean, this is my first ORG, so I didn't come into this expecting to get this far. Honestly, like, I've had so much fun, and so, like, winning has never been, like, this is gonna sound pretty bad, but, like, as far as winning goes, like, I would not feel terribly disappointed if I did not win. Whereas I think, I think maybe Mitchell and Willow might feel a little more disappointed than I would feel. But, I mean, yeah.
Okay. I think it's a matter of I feel I don't deserve to win this game. I mean, I played an okay game, but like Allie, it was my first ORG, and like I just kind of wanted to have fun and like see how far I could go and see what I could do. So like I kind of realized I said it because I realized I don't really know if I deserve to win this game. So yeah, because that wasn't my purpose coming into the game. I guess
hearing both of you say that when there were so many people undecided was like literally why should we bother voting for you? Like I made it to final tribal in my first ORG also, and at no point was I ever like, and I didn't do a lot, no point was I ever like, this is something I shouldn't win. And by doing that, you effectively make it less compelling for me as a juror to vote for you. But that's fine. That's fine. That was good answers, guys. And then Mitchell, I'm going to combine my two questions. So Basically, I just want you to talk about how great your game was. So I want you to, A, explain why it was harder for you to be sitting here tonight than both Willow and Allie. And in doing that, I want you to explain at least 3 of the most manipulative things that you did to get here.
All right. So what was the first part? Why I had to fight harder? Was that it?
Why it's harder for you to be sitting here tonight than the 2 of them. Like, why you had to fight harder.
It's harder for me to be here because I think even just coming into this season, people saw me as a threat. I don't know how much of like a reputation I had like around the community, but people saw me as an active player. People saw me as good in challenges. If you go back and like look at my gameplay in Malaysia, I came dangerously close to winning there too. RIP Kate. So I think like from the start, people saw me as a threat. Then we get to the swap and we go on a winning streak. Then we go to another swap and obviously I was definitely seen as a big threat because people try to take me out very consistently from, the second swap on. And I don't think the same can be said about Willow and Allie. I think they were seen, at various times people wanted to vote them out, but never were they under the same scrutiny as a threat as I was. People were always coming after me. A large part of the threat Willow and Allie posed was that they were a pair together. Something that made my road harder was that I was a threat for my individual stance, not for my connections to people, which made it harder to convince people that I should be getting as deep as I could. And, lo and behold, little Mitchell Calabang made it. The 3 most manipulative things I did, I'm going to take it back to the last vote and convincing Willow and Allie to get out Arrow. I think that neither one of them particularly may have thought it was the smartest move for them to make, but I leveraged my immunity and played up stories that I could to make them make that move. So it was a move that really benefited me, and even if it didn't necessarily benefit them, it ended up happening. They didn't go against it. I know Willow in particular really wanted to vote for Allie, make it a tie. That didn't happen. So convincing them I thought Arrow was a threat was a manipulative move. I made would probably be convincing everyone I didn't have the first idol. Nobody thought I had it, which in turn led to a couple things. It led to Jacob's fake idol play. Johnny thought he found the Makira idol. If he had known it was a fake idol, if he had known that I had it, Jacob maybe would have fought harder at that tribal. Things could have gone differently. If people had known concretely that I had the idol, who knows how your own vote out would have gone. It could have gotten worse for me, but playing it was definitely a huge surprise, and convincing everyone I didn't have it was huge. And then for the 3rd most manipulative part, I'll talk again about the Johnny vote, which I feel like, as I've said before, was the biggest move in this game. Everybody came to me with their information and with their plans, and I leveraged all of it to the point where I was able to get what I wanted to happen without needing to rely on any of the people who had kind of blindsided me before. So Johnny, RTP came to me wanting to get out Johnny. Johnny came to me wanting to get out Allie. Allie wanted to get out Arrow. And, I figured out what was best for my game. I didn't know who I could trust. And so I played it low key and engineered a crazy vote. And I feel like that was pretty manipulative to have that happen, at least from a mathematical standpoint, numbers.
True. All right. That's it for me, guys. Good luck tonight. I love you all.
Much love, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. All right, the next juror should be coming in any second. Hope you're ready for this one.
What does that mean?
It means what it means.
We don't know.
We got Lachey, everyone.
Yeah, we got Lachey.
It's her next gig.
Hope we're...
Welcome, Johnny.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we got Lachey.
So fast. I had such a... If you know me, I had such a long speech prepared.
Yeah, we got Johnny, do you have the video playing in the background?
Oh, I had such a... Okay, now we're good. Okay.
Now we're dancing.
Such a long speech prepared, and honestly, I'm looking at it right now, I feel like I really don't need to say anything. First off, as a rookie, I really would have never said, I don't think I deserve to win. I would have never pointed out my own faults. Personally, coming into this, I thought it was going to be Willow or Mitchell winning the game. I was like, whoever's going to give the better speech, I don't know. the fact that you were just like, oh, like, Mitchell can win, like, it's fine, like, it's just my first rodeo. Like, come on, like, fight for it. Like, you have, like, 6 more jurors coming through here. Like, fight for our votes. Because, honestly, my vote is still partially live. Partially. It's heavily swayed from what I just heard 10 minutes ago. But that's besides the point. When I got, I'll just, like, skim what I said because I'm really not going to read the whole thing anymore. When I got voted out, I was like, you want to know what? Allie, Willow, Mitchell, if one of the 3 of them makes final 3, that's who I'm going to vote for. And somehow, because all 3 of you fucking ended up here. So, you know, 20 days ago I was voted out, something like that, maybe more. 7 people have come since then, and they've been talking about all your gameplays. And honestly, I thought the biggest threat in the whole game was Allie. And then apparently she's demeaning her social game, and she had the thing with Lex, which honestly is impressive that she kept it a secret that whole time. And I think, Allie, you could have made so many more moves, like taking out Mitchell or like flipping back and forth and like doing these things. And I feel like you kind of, first off, I feel like Willow tucked herself under Mitchell, and then Allie tucked herself under Willow. And it was like so frustrating to watch because I was trying to like make moves and people were trying to make moves and do the unpredictable. And I feel like it just became so predictable that for a while it was just going to be you 3 and Arrow making the final 4, and I wanted Allie and Willow to make those moves, and you guys just didn't do it. My whole speech was going to be about perception versus reality, and I got 6 minutes until I have to bounce. So, Allie, I'll start with you. My perception of you is that your social skills were incredible, but everyone kind of thinks that, like, Allie made the Matt vote happen, and Willow kind of went along because she didn't have the votes to save Matt. And then after that, I'm also going to ask you all to keep your answers to 60 seconds. I'm probably going to cut you off. Allie, you could have flipped back and forth, and I feel like you were in the best position to flip between both alliances and get people to want to trust you more, and it seems like you didn't make those moves. Why stick with Mitchell when everyone was classifying him as one of the most flashy players in the game and probably would have won come Final Tribal Council? 60 seconds.
Okay. All right, here's why I did that. Basically, I was going to switch and not be with Mitchell. That was true. That was the whole Matt thing. But what ended up happening was you and Luca and LA, who are people who were friends with Lexi, all then kind of tried to vote me out. And I was like, oh, damn, maybe I shouldn't be flipping after all, right? And then, like, Ryan, too, showed interest in working with me, but I wasn't sure if, like, that was, like, real, because I think he was such a good player. I was just freaked out, and everyone was targeting Lexi. And so I really did try and make that flip. But in the end, I thought maybe it was better to stick with Mitchell and Willow just to, like, because I thought I could make it farther. And that's what ended up happening. I ended up making it to Final 3. So it's not like it was an awful decision. You know what I mean?
And by the way, you're probably, like, I tell everyone, like, you're probably, like, one of my favorite people that I played this whole game with. Like, I had to target you because you were so good. Like, you were in the best position when I got voted out, and I had to do it. So I'm sorry I had to. I'm sure you don't hold any regret because you're there and I'm here. Willow, let me tell you, by the way, I love you to pieces, but you going to everybody, first off, before they get voted out and after they get voted out, I don't even know if these two know this, how you were messaging every single juror after they got voted out of the game, and you were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I hope we could still be friends after this. Like, did you think none of us were going to compare notes? That's number one. Number two, when you go to someone like Matt, and you're like, oh, Matt, like, you're in trouble, but there's nothing I can do to save you, and then the vote almost gets turned, and, like, I think it was Ryan who was under fire at Final 11, who was, like, also one of your allies. Like, did you really think that, like, Ryan, Luca, LA, like, Lex, like, we would have wanted to work with you after that? Like, you almost backed yourself into a corner where you didn't really have any options. And honestly, I don't really think I need an answer. I just kind of wanted to express my opinion as to what I was feeling. And I feel like the fact that you just messaged all these jurors and, like, it was so obvious you were just brown-nosing everyone, trying to, like, make sure that they, like, had, like, oh, like, Willow's so nice. Like, when it came to Final Tribal Council, I think you played a good game, but you really, really, really need to own up to what you did, and you need to stop the whole I don't care if I win or lose thing, because really the two of I'm sure you care. I think you might care a little more than Allie, but I think you care. And really, the person who's been showing the drive this whole time out of the three of you is Mitchell. And God forbid, I swear to God, because I have to bounce in a few minutes, but I'll be back in like 10 and I'll watch the rest. If I don't see this fire in you for the rest of Final Tribal Council, Mitchell's going to win on an 11-0 vote. Like, it's just going to happen.
Pretty good. There's only 10 jurors, so 11-0.
I don't know.
I'll take it.
I have 2 votes.
Me.
Mitchell. My perception of you was pretty spot on. I knew you were a game player. I knew you were trying to make everyone seem like they were your best friend. I knew you knew Survivor inside and out. I knew you were saying things about weed, and I know you were saying, bro. I called all these things, and I knew it. When you were saying it during your speech, I was like, I know he's this good. Because the thing is I was doing the same thing, but I got voted out, so that's beside the point. I made some core-to-core deals with people, for example, Jacob, Lex, and then the third one was you, where I really, really put my faith in you in the game. And I think that you, because people have talked about Zachariah wanted Allie to go home, and you, or Willow wanted me to go home, and you had to make a decision between me or Allie going home. And I know that you took out me because I wanted to go for Willow after Allie was gone. And that's because I trusted you with that information. And the fact of the matter is that you have to realize that you had these deals with people, and the issue that I have with your game is that I feel like you had no option. You couldn't go to Lex or Ryan or LA or Luca like these guys could, these 2 girls who actually had these relationships with the other side. And I'm literally, my parents are going to be here in a minute, so I physically cannot ask you a question either. But you backed yourself into a corner, and I hope you're able to explain for the rest of the night how I know you were able to adapt. We all know you were able to adapt. But the fact of the matter is that you really need to prove why your gameplay is better when you really had way less options coming to the end of this game than these 2 girls did. Because they had relationships with everyone at Merge. You did not have relationships with 5 of the people who you merged. You had relationships, but you didn't have working, trusting relationships with them to the point where you could have made deals with them. Like, for example, I thought I had a good rapport with you and with Arrow. I didn't really talk to Zach that much, but that's why I came to you about the Allie vote, because I wanted to make a flashy, unpredictable move. And I don't think you made an unpredictable move, and it's kind of a little disappointing, but the fact that your drive is more than these 2 right now is more of a reason why I would vote you to win.
I can start speaking to that now if you'd like me to.
My parents are going to be here in like 12 seconds, and I literally have to get in the car and go somewhere with family friends.
It's okay.
Thank you guys for an amazing game.
After you leave, you want me to just start talking? You can watch it later.
Talk about it after I leave. I'll come back and watch it. I love all 3 of you. It was tough love. I don't mean to hurt any of your feelings. I want the winner of this org, my first org, to be the most deserving, the person who wants it the most. And when I look back months from now, I want to be like, oh my God, like Willow deserved it, Allie deserved it, Mitchell deserved it. Like whoever deserved it, I want to win at the end of the night. And I think all of us will be listening closely and carefully. And sometimes being a better speaker can outweigh being a better player at Final Tribal Council, and I think it's already being proven tonight. So try your hardest, get our votes, because some of them are still live. Good luck to all 3 of you. I can't wait to talk to you after this whole thing ends. See you guys.
See you later, Johnny.
Thank you.
So to start answering Johnny's question, in voting out Johnny over Allie, a large part of that was I knew that Allie and Willow were people, even though they weren't necessarily always doing what I wanted to. There were 2 people who were never going to come after me. And I didn't know the same about Johnny. I knew that we had a deal. I felt that it was very strong. But I also know that Johnny had more deals with other people and that Johnny had more options in the game moving forward. So I didn't honestly know whether he would honor my deal over any other deal, whereas I had more confidence that Allie and Willow would have stayed more loyal with that. And after that, moving forward, I was able to access, the people who you thought I didn't have working relationships with. I was able to tap into those people and form, work with them on different votes. On the vote where Lexi went home, the votes were 5-3, with Luco voting to save me in my favor. At the LA vote, people were trying to vote out Willow instead of myself and asking me to vote with them. So even though at that specific moment, my working relationships with certain people after the merge weren't well formed and weren't clearly defined, over time I was able to readjust to the point where I could form more solid working relationships with them, even if I wasn't always necessarily going to honor them. Because again, working with Allie and Willow was something I always felt was most beneficial to myself, because as long as, up until the final 5, they made no real strike against me, and I felt confident that it wouldn't come until the point where they couldn't.
Wait, so am I allowed to answer my question too? Or my, thing?
Yeah.
The thing that John... Okay. So, what happened was, I'll own up to it, I did do that, and I actually didn't send Matt anything. I sent Mitchell and Zachariah something that said, hey, something's gonna happen tonight. And like I'll own up to that. But like I told Matt that I was voting Brian. So that part is not true. But like but I'll admit I did send messages to, I think it was Johnny, Luca, and LA that I like wanted to be friends with them afterwards. And so I'm gonna completely like own up to that. And yeah. It was
I'd like to
that
add
all
one little
fast. I don't remember his full question.
I'd like to add one little footnote about Johnny's deals. Matt told me before he had gone home that you had made a final 3 deal with the two of you and me. And after Matt went home, literally right after that happened, your word lost a little weight with me. So I felt a little less secure about our deal than I would have had that not happened.
Hmm. I mean, I think Johnny had final 4s, final 3s with everybody, because like he even like asked me for one. We hadn't even been on the same track for like weeks. So, you know, work hard, play hard.
Andrew, check cams. Oh, he's here. Okay.
Yeah, I answered.
We can do arrows if you want next.
Yeah, Isaac, I can do it.
Okay.
We danced.
Then I'll just bring in the next juror then.
Or are you just sending it in PMs?
I mean, you're in his chat.
Oh, I didn't know it was. Oh. Okay. Okay, so Arrow couldn't be here, but he left a quick little statement and questions for all 3 of you. So what he just had to say overall first was, congrats you guys, even though I'm still disappointed that my game pretty much fell apart at the final stages of the season. I'm extremely happy with this final 3. Even if you had completely shit the bed strategically, you would have made a great final 3 because you're all great people, but even gameplay-wise, you guys were great and played 3 great games. So his first question was for Mitchell, and that's, even though your opening statements were pretty interesting to watch, you also seemed to hype yourself up much more than Willow or Allie did. If you could list the 3 biggest flaws from your game, what would they be?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this a little. Obviously, the first major flaw would be if I hadn't found my second idol, I would have been going home at the final 5, because I overestimated how willing Allie and Willow were to lay down and die for me. A part of that was that I had the idol to begin with, so I could afford to be that overtrusting, but it was definitely a mistake to rely so confidently on that. A second mistake could be not getting the Veterans Alliance together. That's something that I wanted to have happened. It's something that I mentioned to Zach. I think I mentioned it to RTP2, that I would have liked to get the 4 vets at the merge still together. But then instead of doing that, I chose to blue up a relationship instead, which definitely could have backfired on me a lot if it had happened like that. But instead it ended up benefiting me. It was a risky move that could have gone a lot worse for me than it did. And then my last, I'll go ahead and say not working harder to convince Zach that we should use the flare at rocks, because the people I felt 100% solid I knew where those votes would be were Zach, Willow, and Arrow. I'd lost some of my trust with Allie, even though I still felt that she was always going to be loyal to me. Understandably, our trust was a little thinned. So if we had forced rocks in that situation, and if it had worked out, it would have been a much smoother ride to the end for all of us. And not choosing not to do that, again, could have worked out a lot worse for me than it did. So I think, I'd say that most of those 3 mistakes all come down to potentially not optimizing what my options were at that point. But considering I still managed to make it to the final 3, I feel that looking back on those and saying that those are mistakes and they could have been done differently is kind of not a little. It's like hindsight is 20/20, but the fact that it still worked out and got me to the end, it means that everything was okay anyways. So thank you for the question, and love you, Arrow.
Okay, so Arrow's next question was for Willow. He said, I feel like you're the most underrated of the three, so I'm going to ask you to list out the three biggest strengths of your game.
Wait, what? You cut out. So it's the three biggest strengths. Sorry, you cut out.
Yeah, he said, I feel like you're the most underrated of the three, so I'm going to ask you your three biggest strengths of the
Okay,
game.
my three biggest strengths were I feel like for a couple votes, I was kind of like playing the middle. So like during the Daisy and Arrow vote off, you know, I had a choice between Daisy and Arrow, and in the end, I ended up choosing Daisy because I felt as though she was the bigger threat, and she ended up actually having the idol because I felt as though Arrow, I could be able to trust Arrow after the merge because Arrow had Zach. And so I feel like that was one of my bigger moves because even though it was like pre-merge, it got me where I am today because like if I weren't without Arrow, I wouldn't be here and Arrow wouldn't have made Final Four like without me. And so I feel like as though that was one of my bigger moves because yeah, I was playing the middle of that. Like, because I mean, I was sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but then my next bigger strength was I kind of tried to talk to people like every day, like most people. I tried to talk to people fairly frequently. I might not have been great at doing it, but that's something I also did. And then I think my biggest move in this game was the Johnny vote off, which was 4-3-2-1. And that was like a complicated vote off because like I could have easily just gone and voted out Arrow or something. And so what I did was so it was complicated because I think it was Luca, Johnny, and LA had the sub vote, but Luca and Johnny were both going to be voting for Allie. And so they didn't know that I knew. And then I also had to tell Allie, Ryan, and Lexi to all vote for, was it Arrow? So that the vote would work, so that I could flip back to the, like, because the vote, or the tribe was 7-3, and so I had to flip back to the 3 so that I could get Johnny out, because I felt he was the biggest threat, because he was controlling the New Tamawana Alliance and the All Newbie Alliance, and like, as he said, he had many end deals with many people. And so I felt as though he was a really big threat that I needed to get out. And so
Miss Allie quit the game.
And so that flip was my biggest move, I guess.
Looks like it's a final 2 now.
Wait, did I list 2 or 3 things? I don't remember.
You know,
Okay.
I don't know.
Where's Allie?
Working on it.
Good question.
Her
No,
internet
let's move on without her.
probably cut. Well, Arrow had a question for her.
I'll answer it on her behalf.
I don't think that's the best idea in the world. You
It's a
know,
good idea for me.
she's back.
All right, she's back.
Allie, hello. Okay.
Allie, can I answer your question for you?
Allie,
We're
just
talking
in time
about it.
for Arrow's
I'm
question.
sorry, what's the question?
Mitchell, sit down. Oh, fuck it, drop. Okay. Okay. Allie, your question from Arrow was, if there's one non-Lexi move that you regret, what would it be and why?
One what move?
Non-Lexi?
What does that mean?
Oh.
Maybe it means not voting out Lexi.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Or does it?
Besides that, so another regret besides Lexi going home. Honestly, I guess. Let me think about this. I guess my other regret would be not looking for the idol more. I kind of forgot like 4 rounds in a row, and then by that time I just assumed somebody had it. So then, which somebody did. Shout out to Mitchell. So yeah, that's my other regret, is that I like forgot they existed and then didn't didn't look.
Fun fact about that: there were more things like than idols.
I was gonna ask.
And
Like, besides the flare, what other advantages were there?
there was an extra vote that no one ever found.
Oh,
Where was it?
It was in the village. It was in the chief's hut.
Well, where was the village?
No one ever went to the village. It was like on the mountain, I think. I can't remember. I haven't looked at that in a long time.
What else was there?
That's it.
Oh, well. I got one of them. Thanks, Zach.
12 Super
Oh.
Idol.
Yeah.
There was a Super Idol?
Yeah.
No.
Third. Yeah. Third.
What?
Y'all
What?
tripping.
I'm having a bad time.
Let's bring on that next juror.
We are. Please.
Oh, wait. No. Arrow.
Oh
I had a
God.
question for all three of you.
Woo!
If this was a final two and you were in the jury, which of the other two would you vote for and why? Let's start with Mitchell.
I think that I would vote for Allie because through the latter portions of this game, Willow ended up following along with a lot of the moves that I was doing. So I could kind of perceive that she might not have been making those moves without my steady hand to guide her, whereas Allie might have had a bit more agency in the game than Willow did at certain points. So I mean, it would be a toss-up. Like at the final four, I was still weighing who I would have voted out, Allie or Willow, and whoever I would have voted out then probably would have been who I would have voted for. So I'm undecided, but I like to think I would lean towards Allie.
Me or Willow next?
Let's give it to Willow.
I think I've made this. Okay, I think I'd vote for Mitchell because he played a really good game. He found idols. He was one of my closest allies. I mean, Allie was also one of my closest allies. But I feel like Mitchell just in general played like a really good game. So yeah.
Okay, and Allie?
All right, so this is gonna be like, this is gonna be kind of like, oh, I don't want to be mean. Like, okay, so for like a really long time, I would have said Willow. Like for like 80% of this game, I would have been down to vote for Willow, like no matter what. Like we were homies, you know what I mean? But like after like this last couple rounds where I realized like she wasn't as down for me, like as down to ride, like as I was for her, like I probably would vote for Mitchell just because I wasn't gonna be voting for Willow. Sorry.
I'll take it, you know. Want to chat?
Okay.
Was Arrow number 6?
Mm-hmm.
Was he the 6th person tonight?
Girl, I have no idea. I just have a list.
She's just here to make the biscuits.
5th. No. Yeah.
Luca, LA, Ryan,
No, he was the 6th.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
I have so much homework to do.
This
If you
is your
want to
homework
bow
tonight.
out now, Miss Willow, you're more than welcome to.
Is there a second runner-up place, chat? Because like the other Willow got second runner-up. So
I'm
we
in
can just, like-
that.
You
I'm in
are?
that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
My first season.
I hope I'm
It was in
not.
my first season. It was kind of like this. It was.
Stefan, this isn't about you.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Look at Stefan. Just,
I realized
Just
I've like
stealing the
screwed everything up.
spotlight.
That's fine.
Ignore me.
All right, the next juror is coming. LOL.
LOL, same 3-letter. Oh, it's Zach.
Zachria!
Hello. My loves.
10.
It's been too long.
It has. I would have been there with you guys if Mitchell didn't convince me not to play my flare. Just so everyone knows. I have a few things I'd like to talk about, and I'm just going to start with Mitchell. First, I've never been more proud of a move than the move that we made, the 4-3-2-1 Johnny vote, in any game ever. And I'm still incredibly surprised that it worked out seamlessly, and no one at all saw it coming. And I'm really happy I could share that moment in the game with you, Arrow, and Willow, the only 3 people who matter. I will say one thing. I'm just pleased that you can't pronounce my name right. So, my first question is, without any help, how do you pronounce my name, Mr. Social Game?
Zachria? Ah! I thought it was Zachariah.
You're close enough. I'll just...
Because, like, on chat one time, somebody told Stefan that, like, that was how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, that's how you say it.
that was Andrew, and he was incorrect when he said that.
Andrew had a flawed social game.
Andrew,
Yes, he did.
Listen,
Realistic.
listen, everybody. I'm a human being.
This game is
Debatable.
rigged against me, it would seem.
And anyways, well, moving on. I'll just take that because that's close enough. I just want to explore your confidence in the game. You kind of mentioned it with Arrow's question, how you did make a big mistake in my vote out. I was like kind of expecting you not to mention it and just like brush it off. So I kind of wrote something about it. Kind of doesn't matter anymore. But we could have forced a 4-4 tie. Someone would have flipped, and I would have still been in the game. So I'm only sitting on the jury because of you. But you already kind of went through all that, so there's no point in me going through it. Everyone wants this to be over with. Let me see what else I can say. Oh yeah, I just felt like kind of isolated at Ponderosa because I had kind of no one there who was on my side in the game. So it just wasn't fun.
I'm sorry. I wish
It's-
you would have stayed.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I think we can blame Allie.
We
that.
can blame Allie for that. Everything is Allie's fault in this game. And then I have one more thing for Willow. I'm just really, really proud of you and how well you've done in your first game. And I would have never had the balls to do any of the moves that you made during your first game ever. And like, if it were my first time playing, I would not have flipped on Allie. I would not have done all of these crazy things that you did. And you should be incredibly proud of yourself. And as frustrating as you could be to work with, I really, really adore you, and I adored playing with you. And I hope you see at least some votes tonight, even though after this final tribal council, I don't know. But
Yeah,
I hope you do see some votes. And because you definitely played a winning game, just not in this final tribal council, you didn't. But in another final tribal council, you definitely could have won. I hope you continue playing because you are really good.
Thank
And
you.
that is pretty much all I have to say about all that. That by Cat.
Thanks for the flare.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Hope it came in handy.
Yeah, it sure did.
All right. Bye.
By the way,
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. All right.
whoa, let's get this party started. Yeah, how's everyone feeling?
You ruined my game.
Listen,
I messed up my speech.
Andrew, the entire season, Stefan, stop screwing up. Andrew screws up.
I'm perfect in every way. I've never done anything wrong, and
What was that? What are you... Boy, get out of here.
I'm that.
You would have thought, huh?
I'm tired. We all have flaws, except Lachey. Lexi's here.
Lexi!
Hello, Miss Lexi. Is she talking?
Yeah,
I
if
can't
you're,
hear
if you're talking, we can't hear you, Lexi.
her. She looks shook.
Shut. Does she know?
Girl,
Does she know?
Someone write that.
Allie, walk over to Lexi's house and stop her.
I mean,
secret
it'd
pair
be,
beware.
but I could do it.
Does she know we can't? Oh, okay, she gone.
I
Removed
had to
from the
PM
jury.
her. She couldn't hear us either.
Oh,
Oh, right.
I've heard that before. This is a sticky situation.
Just take a minute. Oh, Lexi just PM'd me, LMAO, my mic is broken. Can I just type it? I'm gonna say yeah.
That's
'cause it's-
fine.
Did somebody say sticky situation?
This is a sticky situation. That was my nickname in high school.
It was your what?
You
That
should.
was my nickname in high school.
I thought you said like dick name, and I was like,
No.
first of
it
all,
was-
not surprised that like Mitchell Calabang made up a thing called dick name.
Yo, if that had a name, it'd be like Big Man or
It'd be
That's all. You don't wanna
participation
know.
award.
Strong.
that. Name it something else. Oh my god.
I'm
That's all.
strong.
We don't want to know, Mitchell. We don't want to
Half
know.
pint.
I'm the real winner.
My nickname.
It tried.
Pint my ass.
My nickname for part of high school was 69 because I was the 69th ranked kid in my class.
God.
I'm a part of the 69th class at my high school, and I'm proud of it.
God.
You should be proud. That's awesome.
Thank you.
My real question is, what's the 69th? Who has the 69th seed?
Monty, it's gonna be the Virgin Islands.
Oh shoot! Right, we talk about this on call.
You guys know I have tap shoes? What's that?
Really? I didn't know that.
For somebody's question, if they just want me to tap dance, I can do it.
I mean, I
Mitchell
structure
back
my
for
FTCs. You can do whatever you
69.
want.
The Virgin Islands
Interesting.
sex party.
I'm also not wearing pants.
Good.
Oh no, wait, no. It's season 69
That's
of Virgin
horrible.
Islands top 3. What crap? I can't even remember.
That was a joke, Stefan. God.
Stefan tried.
There aren't enough tops in this community to do that, anyways.
Tops versus bottoms?
Tops versus bottoms versus verse. It's actually the season promoed last night after the finale.
It's actually season 36 of Real Survivor.
Season 36. Jeff
Wait,
Post standing the
What
top
was season
tribe.
36 of Tumblr Survivor?
What?
Heroes versus Hustlers versus Tops versus Bottom. Heroes versus Hustlers versus Tops versus Wegmans.
Hoes versus hags versus hunties.
Which one am I?
I stand the hunty tribe.
Oh, okay. You know what? Okay, while she's typing it out, I'm just gonna send it to the next juror.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Scuba da beep ba, skidoo da just stop ba da scabba da boot da ba. Doodle bop.
Where was CL last night to come on stage and give Suri $4 million for the 4th time she was rigged out?
What was the first one? First one was fire making. Second one, surprise final 2.
No, she was just rigged out.
Third
They were
one
like,
was
Suri, you have to
final.
go. And she was like, what? I'm trying to
Like, huh?
They're like, you have to go. The vote's over there.
Wait,
But
I
I
gotta
didn't get
leave?
any votes. But I didn't get any votes cast against me. Yeah, you got Andrewed out. Please leave.
So you got done so dirty.
Ow, shit.
Twists are dumb. Who needs
Andrew,
idols?
Andrew, did you get like
Hi, Ryan.
PTSD to generations?
Yeah, I did.
Bitches. Hey guys.
Which buff is that?
I don't
Is it
know.
Tikiano? No, it's the merge Millennials Gen X.
Grandpa
Not-
is here.
Yeah, Grandpa's here. By the way, I'd just like to point out that Andrew is correct. He can do no wrong. He is perfect. So I just want to make that very clear.
Thanks.
I love lies and fraud.
All right. So I was having a really difficult time coming up with a question for any of you, to be honest. And then I did, and then Dana stole it. So
Damn it.
I have
Dana.
damn it, Dana.
Rob Queen gets her revenge.
No, she wasn't robbed. She's fine. So she's robbed. So honestly, I don't really even have a question at this point. I really feel like we're really just going through the motions at this point. It is very clear that there's 2 people here who don't want to win, which is kind of upsetting because there's 10 people on the jury who like fought really hard and really wanted to win. So my suggestion, as somebody who's been playing these things for like 3 years, who's hosted like 30 plus games, who's played like 20 plus,
We get
is
it,
that,
you're old.
I'm really old. Is that like even if you don't want to win, at least like fake it for a little while, because like the jury and the host put a lot of time and work into this, and so like please just try to show a little more respect, because like I know this is fun and we're having a lot of fun tonight, but like it is a little upsetting. And it is a little bit of a slap in the face of the people who like really did actually try and want to do this. So that's all I wanted to say. It's not all I wanted to say. I just have one thing for Mitchell. Mitchell, the only thing I have for you is that I'm a little upset that you didn't talk about me more in your opening speech.
I really wanted to. but I had
I
no
mean, you
stuff.
should have. I mean, you should know that stroking
I
my
just want
ego
to
is
say
the way to my
something
heart.
that, like,
But
Ali talked in her video about how, like, my never-ending quest in this game was to get you out. I didn't think that was, like, true. Well, I
I
guess,
don't.
like, looking back, I guess we did, like, battle it out a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the relationship we had in this game was very much a Adam versus Jay in Millennials
And
vs.
we
Chat.
loved each other, but it just wasn't happening.
I really did think the entire time I was Adam, though, which I'm wrong, clearly. But, I mean, we didn't necessarily go for each other. We kept going for each other's allies. That's what the problem
Yeah.
was. We were secret lovers who didn't want to admit it.
You got me there.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's really all I have. Good luck tonight. Tonight will be a lot of fun. We can all be friends after this. That's
And
it. Bye.
peace out. Fanaka.
Okay.
I mean, thank you and Fijian.
Really quick.
Lexi. Oh, yes.
Hi. Okay. I just want to say I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I don't want you guys to think that I never, like, for a second in this game, stopped trying my best. Like, I tried my best in all areas of this game. I just wanted to say that maybe I don't have, like, bloodthirst tonight, but I, like, really do truly feel that I tried my best and that, and, like, it's not that I don't want to win. I want to win. It's just that I'm not going to cry if I don't. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna add to that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that it was like being disrespectful. Like, I tried in this game. Like, I mean, I wanted to win, and oh my god, I'm not good at speaking. Like I mean, I tried my hardest, and I'm so sorry if it came off as like disrespectful. And like, I want to win. I'm just not the best at speaking. But yeah.
You know, all
Sorry
three of
if
us
it came
here
off as,
sing
like,
at the end
disrespectful.
our best. Like, I know working with Will and Ali, they tried, you know, their best the whole game. I'll speak to that. But I'm also going to say that, unlike them, at no point would I have ever been, you know, complacent, not winning. I would have respected it if I didn't. But I came in this game, you know, with a focus to win. That was my motivating drive, you know, each vote, each of these 56 days going in. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I set out to do, was to win. So, like, going to the end with Willow and Ali, you know, I love them as people. I wish them the best, but I've said it before, I wish me the best more than them. And if they win, you know, I'll respect that. But at no point would I have ever played, you know, to be satisfied for a second place. It's nothing
Also, the
just
reason
as
I
satisfying as first.
Also, the only reason I mentioned my weakness in my opening statement, like, people have been, like, talking about that. The only reason that I did that is because I had my mom go over my opening statement. I'm like, dead serious. And she was like, I have to seem humble. She was like, so you should put in something you did wrong at the beginning and then talk about your what you did right for, like, a good portion longer. I'm just listening. I'm out here trying to listen to my mom, okay? Like, please.
Honestly, Allie's mom deserves player of the season.
Ali's mom, game changer.
My mom would be so upset when I tell her, like, if I don't win tonight. She'll be, like, genuinely, like, more upset than I am. My mom's been out here. My parents got mad when Lexi went home.
I love Ellie's parents.
I was experiencing a different emotion.
Yeah, you were. If all three of you are good, I can move on to reading what Lexi had to say.
Let's hear what Miss Lexi has to say.
Okay. Lexi said, sorry I'm having mic problems for some reason, but I am so proud of you all for making it here tonight. I think the jurors before me brought up a lot of issues I had with your game, so I don't want to force any of you to say the same thing 20 times. So she has things listed. Okay. Willow and Ali, I am probably the biggest Mitchell hater on the jury, and that's not because I dislike him as a person, but because I hate how, from my eyes, you both handed him a game. From the start, every single person has said Mitchell would win, but you both kept him this long, knowing you would lose, and I'm sorry, but I really don't get it, like, at all. And then a second thing she had to say was, Mitchell, add me on Facebook, heart emoji. And that's what Lexi had to say.
All right.
I just want to say something to Lexi. Miss Lexi, when you got voted out and I had an extremely violent reaction, I hope that didn't, like, offend you, girl. Like, people know I wear my heart on my sleeve on this game. And there was a lot of raw adrenaline pumping through me at that moment. So no disrespect. Good times had by all.
I hope Luca wakes up.
All right, LA is coming.
LA.
Woo,
NYC and LA.
go LA.
Well, I thought she was going. I think she's on her way.
Oh shit! What happened?
There she is.
LA.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, this is working.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of trouble coming up with a question, so I'm just gonna do, I guess, a silly one because I already know who I'm voting for. So, who's your favorite Marvel character? Just because I'm a nerd.
Iceman.
Yep.
Do you want me to, should we say why, or just do you want the answer?
I mean, sure, go with why.
I feel Iceman's like really fucking cool. He's one of the original X-Men. He's somebody I can relate to as like a young character and kind of like brazen, kind of rash at times. And I really like Shawn Ashmore in the X-Men movies too. So Iceman is my guy. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, he was my go-to character.
I love that game.
It's a good time.
Oh shit! What happened?
My favorite is he's an X-Men, he's multi-man. He was a bad guy in one of the movies, but he's good in the comics, and he like punches himself and he multiplies and you can't tell which one of them is him. Yeah, I'm a fan. He's cool. I just like punching yourself.
You got something you want to tell us, Sally?
Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I haven't seen many like Marvel movies or anything. But does Jessica Jones count? Because that was a good show.
Yeah, she's Marvel.
Okay,
Yeah, cinematic universe, you know.
I'll say Jessica Jones because she's really cool.
All right, well, that's all I really have. I didn't
Thanks,
have a
LA.
statement or anything to say. All right, bye.
Who's your
Bye,
favorite?
guys.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Mitchell shut down.
Never know.
You'll
Story
never
of my
know.
life. The biggest question we all have.
LA,
Right.
LA deleted her Skype right after getting off this call. You'll never know.
Did Luca ever send in a question?
Yeah, he did. It's in his confessional, but he only
Can
sent
you
it in
read
for
it?
2 of them. Yeah, sure. I'll read what he.
Luca, where are you? You got some splaining to do.
Okay, I'm dealing with the drunk Jordan Pines right now. Okay, hold
He
on.
has a sword.
No one
Did
cares.
you see that?
Yeah, he does have a sword. Okay.
Drunk
Okay.
Jordan Pines. Oh,
Okay.
golly.
Okay, so Luca only sent in questions for Willow and Allie. I'm not sure if he was going to write more, but he said his mom woke up, so I don't know what's going on with him. So Luca said, so for Willow, you talked a lot about your weaknesses. What are your biggest strengths?
Okay. So I think my biggest strength. Okay, so I may have like. Okay, so I'm still proud of the game I played. And I think I listed my strengths and arrows questions, but I guess I'll just like do like a brief overview of that again. I think my strengths were that I tried to create social connections with everyone, or like trying to talk to everyone once a day, or like not. I mean, it wasn't once a day, but it was like once every couple days, or like I tried to form social connections, and I tried to talk to people every day. And also, like the Johnny vote was definitely one of my bigger moments in this game because he didn't see it coming, no one saw it coming, and he was a huge threat. Also, another one of my strengths is I sort of, okay, I mean, I don't know if this is a strength, but during Final Five, when we tried to get out Mitchell, I sort of knew he had an idol, and like I was telling people that, but like I don't know, like everyone just sort of said, no, like I don't think he has an idol. But like I also, as Zachariah said, I betrayed Allie during the Johnny vote, and we were like a duo. And then also during Final Four, I was like trying to take her out. And I mean, I ended up deciding not to because like I thought that a fire making challenge would be more complicated because like if Allie had won that, then she would already have a +1 at Final Tribal Council. And people have like pointed out to me that it seems like I don't want to win and that I haven't been trying this game. But I feel like that's wrong because I have been trying this game. It may not come off as that because I mean, I've said this before, I'm not the best speaker. And I've also been on the right side of every vote except for the Zachariah vote. And I think that's a big accomplishment because, I mean, it may be seen as me, like, being a goat, but, like, it proves that, I don't know, I've just, like, known where people are voting and where people's heads are at because I've been okay at reading people since, like, I talk to people every day. Yeah.
Okay. Then on to Allie.
Woo!
For Allie, Willow played a safe game. Was yours more dangerous? Why did you play a more dangerous and riskier game?
I believe that mine was probably a little riskier than Willow's, and here's why. Willow did not want to turn on Matt. But whether she was going to or not, she ended up voting him out. But whether she was or not, I was going to do it without her. Sorry. Second, I like the Zachariah vote was another vote that I like didn't have to do. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I feel like Willow just said, she was on the safe part of every vote, right? And she views that as an accomplishment, but like that was never my goal ever. Like I was taking it round by round and I was gonna vote for who like I thought should go home. And the thing with Mitchell, I thought Mitchell kind of might have had an idol too. But I was trying to convince Willow he didn't for the final 5 because I thought if we were targeting Mitchell, we wouldn't be targeting me. And that's also one of the reasons I laid down so easy in the final 4 when Mitchell was like, oh, we should target Arrow. I was like, well, if it's Arrow, it's not me. Like, honestly, self-voting for myself would have gotten me into the final 3. Like, I would have done it. Basically, like, I was going to do anything that I thought could get me ahead another round. And I feel like sometimes Willow did not feel that way.
Wait, can I add something for, like, one of my strengths or not?
You can if you want.
Okay, also, when I did the Johnny vote, I knew it was going to be, after that, it was going to be 5-4, which would put me at a risk. But I thought that getting out Johnny would make it so that, because he was in control of, possibly in control of the 2 alliances, so that it would make everyone else like a free agent and like possibly like be willing to shake up the game or something. And so like I felt like the Johnny vote was also a risk for me because it would be putting the numbers as 5-4. And yeah.
Okay.
I never questioned, but I'd like to mention one of my strengths. I'm pretty cute and I have a bow tie, so.
Okay. And
if you're trying to be the cutest one in this final 3, it's not gonna work.
Excuse me, who's my competition, girl? Yeah. Where's your bow tie? Come on, I got flowers up my. I say, what's all you got?
Okay, in lieu of that, hi Karen.
Let's
Shout out
scrap.
to you.
All right.
Do we have closing statements?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
there's
you
one
can
more.
do a closing
Was that it?
statement. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
You can do a closing statement if you want, yeah.
Okay,
They're definitely not required.
I guess I'll do a closing statement then. Anyways, so okay, so that's, oh my god. I've been proud of myself this game. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen going into this game. Like, it was my first ORG ever. So it's not to say I wasn't proud of this game I played. Like, I tried pretty hard, even though, like, it might not seem that way. And I'll also shout out to Karen because she really wants a shout out right now.
Yeah, same.
But, like, I think I did try this game. I explained my strengths. I might not have explained them very well, but I think I tried my best this game. And I had a lot of fun. And I'm just going to, like, highlight the things I've done. Well, so Allie played a really good social game. I get that. She was adorable. I love her.
Oh,
But when she flipped to
Argue
Matt,
cute.
when she flipped to Matt,
actually.
and okay, so when she flipped to Matt, or she flipped to voting out Matt, she was flipping to like Lexi, RTP, Johnny, LA. Like you said, you wanted to flip partially because you wanted. Why is Siri going off? Okay. I'm sorry, Siri's going off on my phone. But like you partially said that you wanted to flip because Johnny had offered you a final four. But then what
That's
happened
fair.
was the next vote.
But yeah, okay,
yeah.
sure.
And then the next vote, Johnny was trying to take you out. So I feel like you kind of flipped to an alliance that was trying to take you out. And then what happened was I already explained the Johnny vote, how it was like a risk. And I was betraying you and a bunch of other people, and how it was like probably my biggest move in this game. And Mitchell, you played a good strategic game, but I also feel like you weren't on the right side of a lot of votes.
Really?
And how and sometimes you could have rubbed people the wrong way, but you played a really good strategic game. And so yeah.
Thank you.
But you were like on the wrong
Allie,
side.
would you like to do a closing statement?
Sure thing. I just wanted to say thank you for everybody and to the host. This was a wonderful season, and I couldn't have asked for a better first game. That being said, I feel like I did a lot of things in this game that weren't representative of like my character as a person. Like I'm not used to like lying this much. Like
I'm used to voting out Lexi
Like-
this much.
yeah, what? Yeah,
I said you're
was
not used to
like,
voting out Lexi this much.
like in real life, you don't come across those situations often. But so like I just want to say, like when we all get in that reunion chat, I just like I'm looking forward to showing you guys like how wonderful I really am and how not fake I can be. Yeah.
All right, my turn for a closing statement. First, thank you just to everybody for a very wild roller coaster experience. I'll sum up my game for you guys very briefly, not in 15 minutes, but the best way to summarize my game, you can't outwit Crystal Cox, baby. And that's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, if we're done, and if the jury is, I don't know,
Oh wait.
if they're happy with what they've heard, then we'll go to the vote. So, yeah.
Also, hi Monty.
All right. At the jury, are y'all happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley
Okay.
voice, I didn't consent.
They're doing their thing.
They're not listening.
They're not
Or
caring.
they want us to talk about it. I could go
They-
all night.
They don't. They're just talking about themselves.
I think honestly they're tired of us. Like they're
So I guess at this
How can
point,
you-
we're going to the jury for them to vote.
All right. Well, it is time to vote for the last time. Y'all go to your submission chats and vote.
You have 3 seconds or it doesn't count.
Someone give like. Does anyone have like a
The final
defibrillator?
challenge.
Does anyone have like a defibrillator? I think Lucas is asleep again.
Ryan, no.
Monsieur Luca.
I'm sorry if it came off as rude that like I didn't try or anything. I was trying.
Miss
Sorry.
Willow, you did great, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But hopefully I'm more proud of me.
I'm
Willow,
the,
now
I'm,
our next final 3 that we should just never mention our weaknesses ever.
Yeah.
What's a
You guys are
weakness?
lucky. I didn't have any weaknesses to
can't
talk about.
It shouldn't be live. I can't talk. I need to type out.
Mention the time when you had to use your idol twice.
No, I don't recall.
Should we mention that?
Idols, I don't even know her.
I'm so bad because I found the
probably would've
idol
found one of them
around
if you-
after. I found the idol
On the
around
idols,
after
Allie, if you didn't forget to search for them for 4 rounds. What you up to, girl?
No, it was on New Material. I had the clue, and it was around after you.
Shout out to the victims of a plane wreck and to a sea otter family.
God.
God, I felt so.
In the plane wreck. God damn.
Honestly, I felt so
Too
proud
slow.
for coming up with that idol clue. I felt so proud.
I really hope
What?
you
Y'all
guys
gave me
have
some idol clue that made me
Everything-
think
it's
it
not
was in like
working.
the volcano. You said I would have to like go through like harm to get there.
Oh, that was supposed to be.
Oh, that
I
was the
really
poison
hope-
one. That was with the lionfish. That's the
Yeah.
one Lily found. Alright, so Lexi
Mitchell,
voted.
can I ask you a question?
You can ask me any questions you want, Miss Allie.
Okay. So you said you were doing this psychological thing. Do you like actually want to be my friend, or have you been psychologically engineering me this whole time? Because I actually genuinely like your personality, and I'm gonna
Back
like.
confessionals. No, I'm kidding. We're all gonna be friends. But if I don't win, I'm probably gonna like go cry for like a couple days, and then we'll be friends after that's over.
Okay, cool. I did also call you Krusty in one of my confessionals. So I...
Mitchell, how did you even find her Facebook? That's my question.
My face
You know what?
security like on lock.
Like, how did you find? Did you find Lexi's Facebook or Allie's Facebook, or how did you do it? Like, that's my question.
All y'all gotta know is that I'm a golden god.
No, I think somebody liked one of Lexi's photos, and then I think you managed to see it because it popped up because somebody liked Lexi's photo, and then I was in it. I think that's how I personally think it happened, because like
I'm
my
a golden
profile,
god.
I think only like friends of my friends can see it, and sorry, I don't know any of your friends. Like I'm not part of your friends.
I got some nice ass friends.
We may not be getting the votes tonight. Just dealing with Luca, and I don't know where Jacob is.
Jacob already voted. It's Luca. And did Dana vote?
I hope Dana voted.
I mean, we know who she's gonna vote for, so it's not like it
Yeah.
matters.
Right now, we're waiting on Luca. Then
If there's a majority, could we just read them? Because I can't wait another day.
Yeah.
Mitchell's the way to win.
I mean, I hope so. I felt this final tribal council went very well for myself,
In a
but
surprise last twist, all of the votes have been reversed. Actually, we're going to Rocks for the winner.
woo party.
Hot.
we fight for it.
Actually, all three of you have to meet up in a decided location and battle to the
First
death.
one there wins. Amazing
No, you have
race.
to battle to the death. Only blunt
Oh,
objects are
man.
allowed.
Wait, how
Only
tall are you guys?
blunts.
Oh my god. Is
God,
that
Allie's
Ricky?
ready to square up.
Wait, how tall is Allie?
How tall?
7'6".
How tall are you? Why are you asking?
Allie is 7'6".
Oh, shit.
There's a guy 7'6" at my school. His name's Taco.
His name is Taco.
Yeah, he's a basketball player.
Miss Allie, how tall are you?
I asked you first. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, I asked you
I
have to
second.
go
The
to the
second is the
bathroom. I'll
best,
be right
except
back.
in the final tribal council.
Okay,
I have to go to the
interesting.
bathroom.
I'm
I'll
not
be
gonna
right
put my private information online like that.
Let me tell you, I can scrap up. You give me a couple of shots
I don't know. You don't actually know how much
for
I
next,
weigh.
and that's all I want.
I'm like 400 pounds.
She's 7'6". Obviously, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a couple pounds per inch, right? So
How tall is this girl?
me? You'll never know.
Somebody pull her ass out.
I'm 5'6" and 3/4, but I'm growing every day.
Oh,
You're not still growing my ass.
Yeah, I drink milk twice a day.
God.
And I've grown an inch this year, so
Okay, I'll catch up to me in like 20 years.
well then how about 10 years?
I'm 7'5".
You are fucking not.
It hurts that you doubt me. I thought we were friends.
In the
All
video,
right.
you didn't even reach the door frame, and you were closer to the camera. And
Yeah,
I'm
I go to
assuming
a giant school.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Right.
kill Luca.
Same.
Who else?
Same.
Me. I think it's just him and 2 others, right?
No, we've got all the votes except him.
Oh.
Let's just wait until like. Let's just wait and see if he votes.
11.
Let's wait until 8 a.m. Romania time.
8 a.m. Romania time. You're right.
I have to go to my brother's like kindergarten graduation.
Oh, well, that's too bad, huh?
Well, you know what? He can wait. Tell him to stop.
Waiting. I've done my
Wait.
I'm doing tribal council in the Byers tribe for Hawkins right now, and
no pants.
Matt is shouting out, and Daisy says hi.
Oh, R.I.P. Daisy.
We're taking shout-outs if anyone wants to get a shout-out.
True.
Also, Willow is on that tribe, and
Oh yeah, I am on that tribe.
happening right now.
I don't understand how people can play multiple games. I couldn't even play one.
You say that. No.
Stranger
You
Things.
say that, Allie, but then it goes downhill.
Then it happens, and then you're like Karen, who plays 5
Then
games
you're like,
at once.
oh, I'm in 6 games. I should probably
6 games,
stop.
hosting 3, and turning for 2. You know.
Kate sent me the
great.
bandit, and I think that means she wants a shout-out.
Kate Jr. My girl.
I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. I already did. Rip. The votes haven't been read yet, Kate.
Okay, Logan wants a shout out. So like, if anyone wants a
Logan?
shout out, he's really nice.
And Colin.
Okay, and Colin wants a shout out too. Colin's super cool too.
Shout
And
out to
Daisy wants a
Jordan
shout out
Pines.
too. Daisy
God,
was
please.
Literally never shout out Jordan Pines.
It's too
Mitchell.
loud.
Jordan Pines was the true game changer pressure cooker.
Do we need to have a talk?
Remember when he blindsided Willow out of pressure cooker?
okay. You know what, Isaac asked me a question, and I was trying to answer the question, but then Jordan Pines is in the call, and I was so disappointed in myself.
God.
See, this Solomon Islands plan was all. It all
Salmon?
started back in Machu Picchu 2 years ago when I voted Jordan Pines out, knowing that 2 years later, that very scenario would happen. I call that strategic planning.
Honestly, the dynamic duo of Machu Picchu was Jordan and Jenny.
Okay, I love fraud, but that's fine.
Jenny, my ass, Jenny.
But
Jennifer.
Send her ass back to Hebrew school.
Okay, Ryan just said, we shout out the following. Shout out to, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Kona, who will never have the Cole Metters URL. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Honestly, guys, at the beginning of this game, all I knew about Ryan was that he was a in his profile picture, and thought that was his wife for a really long time.
Nobody and no knows.
At the beginning of this game, I was the first person on our tribe to search for the hidden immunity idol. And then did I talk about this in my speech? Fuck, I forgot to. I was the first one to search for the hidden immunity idol. And then I just went to everybody. I was like, somebody look for the idol. Somebody look for the idol. It's too crazy. It's way too early. And that's how I became friends with Dana.
I remember Jacob told me he looked for the idol on day 1, and I was like, oh my god, that information is so crazy. Who would look for the idol? And I'm like,
Me. Wait until
it was so embarrassing. I made a
Idol.
confessional about it too, and it was so embarrassing.
I didn't even know
I was
how
all asleep.
the idol would work. So I went in my confessional. I was like, "Can I look for the idol?" And
Did I just lose
did to be murdered. I was like, "What's this?"
Oh, can we hear who the host winner picks were?
I don't think we
I
have
forget who mine even was.
yeah, I remember who yours was.
Who was mine?
God, please. Not, no. Anyways,
Let's hear them.
I'm kicking all of you from the Ponderosa chat.
Isaac, why?
Because
Okay.
we're leaving. It's time to move on.
Did you hear about the guy who got hit in the head with
Wait,
a
I
can
want
of
to hear about the
soda?
winner picks.
He was lucky it was a soft drink. That one was for Logan.
Winner
God,
picks. Who are they?
Andrew, yours was Ryan.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Oh, it was.
Why? Okay.
His was Johnny.
Rip.
Mine was Mitchell, and I forget who Stefan was.
I don't think I picked anyone.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did.
So you all pick men. That's really interesting.
I'm pretty sure I picked a female.
Mhm.
Because, I'm a feminist.
What'd the Edgic look like?
We'll find out.
Edgic. Ooh, I can drop that tonight.
So
I
wait,
just
was
need
Edge
to.
like how many confessionals we made, or like what
It
are
was like
chances
every
of
day.
winning one?
So that when I do the Edgic, because I've done a few for different seasons, I base it on the amount of confessionals you've made, how you come off in them, how people talk about you in their
SPV.
confessionals, and like things that you do, like in the tribe chats, things you do at tribal council, like your challenge, like how you perform in challenges.
Okay, pre-merge, I was not good at challenges. Like, let's just talk about that 100 on the counter.
It was like mainly confessionals though. I'd say like 65%, probably.
Oh.
65 to 70% was like
I only made like one around.
I feel like on the Johnny vote, I didn't make any confessionals because like so much was happening. Like on the votes where like a lot was happening, I just didn't make any confessionals.
But the thing is, if
Pretty
you
sure I
didn't
sent like
make a
5
confession-
confessionals and they were just me saying I'm screaming.
well, like if you like say you didn't make a confessional one round, but then someone like shit talked you really hard and like a
Mhm.
paragraph long
Yeah.
confessional, like then you get an edit.
All right. I hope you guys are prepared for the reunion chat.
Just
Okay.
doing it like
Wait,
the
okay.
Lavella
I'm
thing.
ready for the reading of the votes.
So wait, is Star gonna be in the reunion chat too?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Everyone
Oh,
from the
Shut
season
up.
is
Oh
gonna be
my
in it.
god.
Do people actually watch everyone's confessionals? I've never like I'm new to this,
If
so
you're
like
bored.
how scrutinized
Always, he's
will
about to start reading.
Okay. So before I start, I'd like to thank all of you guys for a great season. I've enjoyed watching all of you, and I love all you guys, and I hope one day I get to host you guys again. But who cares about that? It's time to start reading the votes.
Shit.
So,
Allie, Willow, it's been fun.
Good luck, final 3.
first vote, Willow. Second vote, Mitchell.
wait, it's glitching out for me. I can't hear what's going on.
1 vote Willow, 1 vote Mitchell.
1 vote Willow, 1 vote Mitchell. 8 votes left. Third vote, Willow. That's 2 votes Mitchell, 2 votes Willow, 1 vote Mitchell. Mitchell. I want to kill myself. Anyways,
7 votes left.
7 votes left. True. 4th vote, Mitchell. That's 2
Why is it-
votes.
It's glitching
Willow.
out for me. I can't hear it. Oh well, all I know is I have 2.
Mitchell, Willow.
It's
2
2-2.
votes Mitchell.
Okay, 2 votes Willow,
Alright.
2 votes Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
2-2. Okay.
6 votes left. 5th vote, Mitchell. That's 3 votes Mitchell, 2 votes Willow. 6th vote, Mitchell. 7th vote, and the sole survivor of Tumblr Survivor Solomon Islands Veterans versus Rookies, Mitchell. All right. And then the last one was also
Congratulations.
Mitchell. Congrats, Mitchell.
You're in.
Thanks, guys, for a great season. A great experience. I can't believe it. Fucking goddamn shit happened.
All right.
Are you gonna stop playing now?
Probably.
Out on top.
Out
That's
on
what they all
top.
say.
The Malaysia Holy Trinity. Shout out to Kate Jr., Jen from Girls We made it.
Come on.
I just
Okay.
wanted to say I had an amazing time. It was my first game ever. I've said that, but like, I know I didn't win, but like, I just wanted to say thanks everyone for like an amazing time.
Also,
Thank you.
congratulations, Willow and Allie on FTC. You guys were
Yeah, congratulations.
everyone
on
was
our
awesome.
Congratulations, guys.
This was an awesome cast, and on behalf of all the hosts, I know Isaac already said this, but this season was awesome to host, and I love all y'all.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
All
Fuck
right.
yeah.
All right,
56
congratulations
days of
again.
slaving my ass.
Am I going offline for the last time?
It wouldn't have been the same without you two guys. It really wouldn't have.
I'm gonna miss
I love
everyone.
you.
Like, I know
All
this
right.
reunion
Good
chat-
night, Solomon